Cheers. Bing. Well, I'm glad to say I'm feeling wide awake now. The coffee's obviously done the trick. It's what I needed. Thanks once again, Mike, for the grinder and the cafeteria, and thanks, Mark, for the coffee beans. Right, I built this little tray down here. There. It's really a great boon to the workshop, and I'll bring you in for a closer look at this. But before I do that, I'll show you a couple of things that I've done. I finished a knife build for Simon. Simon lives in Australia. He did live in the UK at one point, many years ago I believe, and he saw the logo on my knives and he said, I just have to have one of those knives, because he lived within a mile or two of the Effington White Horse. There's a sheath, right hand sheath with red thread, logo on the dangler, logo on the sheath. You've got a Stabilised U fire steel. You've got a nice friction fit sheath. Yeah, just listen to this. So that's nice. Very much like in the wet formed sheaths. There's the knife I built for you, Simon. It's classic with Stabilised U scales. You've got a tapered tang. There's the pommel of the knife. There's the internal radii and curves. Hopefully you can see plunge lines. And the tip, perhaps, if it will focus. There's the flats. Mosaic pins, Trinity mosaic pins. So all round good solid knife for you. So that's your Simon on its way out to Australia. Went to the Wilderness Gathering this weekend, just gone. I went there on the Saturday with my friend John, Moleskin Joe. Nephilim John. He's a big tall chap. And I met Ralph there. Now I did meet Ralph at the UK knife show, and Ralph is a part-time sort of knife maker. I don't know if he sells this work or if he does it for the hobby. I think it's a hobby for him. But I've admired Ralph's work for some time, and I said to Ralph, if you build me one of your knives, Ralph, would you be interested in one of mine, and we'll do a swap. So Ralph said he would. This is what Ralph's built me. He built me a Parang. I'm not sure how he's forged the steel. I'm not sure what the steel is. It's some sort of a high carbon tool steel, whether it's O1 or spring steel, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's a delightful piece. I'm very, very pleased with it. It's all handmade. The sheath, he's used red thread on it. There's Ralph's logo on the back. Now for the Parang itself. Just look at that. It's got RL in the side there, stamped in. Obviously that's Ralph's identifier. And it's just about the right size, I'd say. In fact, I'd say it's perfect size for use in the UK. A bit of weight up forward there. It's just a nice, ergonomic, nice sized Parang. Very useful tool. Incredibly good wood processor. So that, along with an axe, a small saw and a knife, I think gives you every every cutting tool you're ever going to need in the woods. So I'm delighted with that. Thank you ever so much, Ralph. That really is a beautiful piece. This is my little work tray, and I've got 6 individual compartments. So I've got the component parts for every knife that I'm going to build. I tend to build them in batches of 6 now. So for example, this one here is going to have red liners, used scales, mosaic pins, and there's the lanyard tube, and there's the knife blank itself. So it's ready to be assembled. Keeps it all together. That's Richard's. I know Richard watches my videos sometimes, you'll know who he is. And there's a couple of knives that are finished now, they're just waiting for the leather work. And the good thing about having them compartmentalised like this is that the knives aren't, they're not going to clang against each other and damage the edges or whatever, so you're not going to lose your bits, and I can transport the whole tray from one work area to the next. So this is my grinding room, but I can move it out to the heat treat room or to the engineering room, as I call it, and it's all there. So I'm pleased with that simple little addition to the workshop.